Hey, my name is Lionel Zhang, and I'll be the tournament director for this year's Parago tournament. So what I have on the screen right here is the Parago tournament page that you can find on the Ego Congress website. This page will have everything you need to know about the tournament, including all the links that you'll need, as well as time settings and rules, and etc. So the first thing you want to do is make sure that you're on the player list. So when you go ahead and click on this player list, it'll bring you to the Google Sheet with everyone who is properly signed up. If your name is on this sheet, that means you're good to go. If your name is not on this sheet, you can check on the right side, and this should tell you what we're missing from you. So the next thing you'll want to do is you want to hit the tournament check-in button, and you'll want to do this sometime before the tournament actually starts. This will let us know that you're still available to play in the tournament. So all you have to do is put in your username, and then hit the yes button. And then after that, when you go back to the player list, you'll see that your name has turned green. And then when your name is green, that means you've successfully checked in and you'll be on the pairing list. Before the day of the tournament, you'll want to make sure you have the latest version of GoPanda 2. So you will first want to uninstall any old versions of GoPanda 2 from your computer, and then you can go to this link to install the latest version of that. So on the day of the tournament, you'll want to go back to the player list sheet. This will also have a sheet that includes all the pairings down here. So when you click on that, that'll have a list of all the players that are playing in the tournament. So I'm going to scroll down to the bottom here that I'll be using as an example for this video. So under the round 1 column, I'll be able to see who my first opponent is. So in this case, round 1, I'll be playing against pair number 58, 58, which would be right down here. This will also tell me what color I'm playing, as well as the handicap and komi for this round. So once you have seen this information, you can go ahead and open up PandaNet, and you want to log in. Then after you log in, you'll be able to join a room called US Ego Congress Parago Tournament, and then you can go ahead and click on that, and that'll bring you into the room with all the other Parago players. This is so that it'll be much easier for you to find your partners as well as your opponents. So once you're in this room, you can go ahead and you can go and friend your partner if you like, so that that'll bring them to the very top of the list. So once you're ready to play, you can go back to the home screen, and then on the right side there will be a Play Parago button. And we want to change the type to Choose Players. And here you'll want to make sure that the time settings are set correctly. So in our case, main time is 20 minutes, minutes per period is 1, and then stones per period is 2. So once you're done with the time settings, you can go ahead and enter the usernames of all the players. So in this case, I am playing as white, and my partner will be player number 2. And then the opponent is black. So player 1, which will be the one under the female column. And then black 2 will be the male player. Okay, and then you can go ahead and click OK. And that will send the game request to all the other players. And every other player will get something like this that'll show the game challenge. So once everyone has accepted the game challenge, that'll bring you into the game. And then on the black player's screen, they will have the choice of choosing how many handicaps. So in our case, that would be 5. So at the bottom of the screen, there will be a Tools button. And under there, you'll be able to change the komi to whatever it needs to be. In our case, the game will be reverse 6 komi, so I'll put a -6. After that, the opponents will also get a little window to accept. Great, so then once that's said, then you're free to start the game. So at any point during the game, if you would like to resign, there's a resign button at the bottom here. And out of courtesy to your partner, it might be a good idea to ask your partner first if you would like to resign. So if the game does happen to go until the very end, then you can click on the pass button at the very bottom when you want to count stones. So the game will end after 3 consecutive passes. And once that happens, you'll be able to remove the dead stones. So in this case, we'll click on all these white stones here. And then once you're done with that, then you can click on the done button. Great. Once everyone has clicked the done button, then the game will be over. So once you're done with your game, you'll want to go back to that Google Sheet. And here you'll be able to record the results for that game. So in this case, black won, so black would put a W here, and then you can put an L here for your opponent. And then once the other 2 pairs have done the same, so let's say, for example, this pair lost, and then this pair won, your opponents and the settings for the next game will populate by themselves, and then you can start the next round whenever you and the next pair are also ready. And then once you're done with round 2, you can go ahead and do the same by marking the results here. And at the very end, this will tell you your final placement for that table. So at the end of your game, if you would like to do a review of the game, you can go back to the home screen. And then you can go over to the right side and click on Start Review. You can change the type to Last Game. And then hit OK. So this will open up the game that you just played, and an invitation will be sent to your opponents as well to join. That's all you need to know for this year's Pairgo tournament. I hope you have fun and enjoy your games. On the day of the tournament, if you have any questions, you can email us at pairgo@gocongress.org, or you can message me or Andrew inside of PandaNet. My username is Tarquin, and then Andrew's username is mustwin. Or you can join the Ego Congress Discord channel, and I'll also be online there.